I thought I'd shoot a little video of this Kawasaki H1 drag bike. This has been owned by the same guy for the last 20 years. He finally decided to part with it. I can tell you what he told me. I don't know anything about racing bikes, but it's a standard front end. He said he never messed with the rake or anything. On the frame, he cut off any like blinker mounts or anything he thought was unnecessary. It's got Wurgis expansion chambers. I haven't cleaned this bike up. I haven't dusted it off, nothing. So pipes have the baffles in them. It's got a vintage aluminum rear rim. It's got a slick on it. Slick looks like it's shot. Real big Mikuni carburetors. I measured the inside bore across here. It was 2 inches about, so I don't know exactly how many millimeter that is, or if that's even where you measure them. He said it has Denko heads, which he sent into Denko, and they poured it and polished them. And I asked him about these carburetors, what they were off of, and he said that was all part of that setup. They have spacer blocks here. He said this is all tuned, I guess, or built by Denko. Had Wiseco pistons in it, and he said the head gaskets were, I guess, reinforced. I don't know if they O-ring them or what they do. He said something like they cut a groove in them and put a wire in it. I don't know. This has he said the A and B electronics are missing. He took them off to put them on another bike. So I don't know if all the electronics are missing. No, the coils are there. I've seen them underneath the tank, so the 3 coils are there. It does have like a ripcord with a kill switch up here. It's original seat pan with a custom seat on it. There's a couple of little ding here. The paint's actually pretty nice. Like I said, I guess, you know, it might have little scuffs or chips here and there, like a little chip there. I do have the side covers. Otherwise, you know, I asked him about, because he was saying about how this stuff built and stuff, and I said how, because here I'll kick it over. It's got great compression. I think this engine's basically new because he said he had it built up, and I said how many times you run it down the track, and he said twice because it kept popping wheelies. And then he said I needed a longer swing arm, and I said, well, look at the size of your rear sprocket. The rear sprocket looks huge. I mean, to me it does. So he said maybe that's why I kept popping wheelies. But I did pull the spark plug out, and I could see the top of the piston still silver, and the spark plug was not all fouled out. I don't think you can see down it now, but I took a picture. So I kind of believe in what he said about not riding it much. So I think essentially you're getting a new motor, but there's no way to tell unless you really tore it apart, I guess. But he said the lower end, there's nothing special done with the transmission. Like I said, it's missing stuff. I think he said he put them on another bike, so the gear shifter's missing, the kicker's there, but the foot brake's missing, the rod's still there. So it's kind of a project parts bike, I would say. Oh, and tank looks clean inside. It's got some primer in there, but this little pin is missing also for that, so it needs a pin to make sure that locks. Otherwise, that's about all I see.